answering your Skyrim asks. After my first video answering the Skyrim Thum meme, a lot of people were really excited and asked me if I would make more videos, and that was kind of cool. So I'm making one, and I asked you to send me questions about Skyrim, about what I like in Skyrim, about what I do in Skyrim, or about Skyrim in general, and a lot of you sent me questions, which made me feel really cool, so I hope you like my answers, and here we go. So our first question today is, what's your favorite side quest? That's a little tricky, because in Skyrim you have like different levels of side quest, or what you'd consider a quest line. Like you have the main quest line, which is like going to the Greybeards and fighting Alduin and stuff, but then you have all of the other quest lines like the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood and the Mages College and all that shit. If we're talking about that, I'd have to say that my favorite is Thieves Guild. I love doing the Thieves Guild, and I didn't do it with my first character. When my boyfriend played Skyrim, his Thieves Guild thing glitched out, so I thought maybe it was something with our system, so I didn't try to do it. And I also did the Dark Brotherhood, so I didn't want to do both. But with my current character, Group the Orc, who I've talked about before, she joined the Thieves Guild, she became Master of the Thieves Guild, and I recently collected all of the Stones of Brenzia, so that was super fun, but took a ridiculously long time. But like, wow, was that worth it? Every single chest I open now has so many jewels and so much gold. I have like 200,000 gold in the game. I don't know what I'm ever gonna use it on. I'm just kind of hoarding it because I can. But anyway, that would be my favorite side quest if we're talking like that. If we're talking about miscellaneous side quests, I would have to say that the Galder Legend is probably my favorite. Investigating the Galder Legend and fighting all three of the brothers, and then that one fight where you have to fight all of them. I really love the fight with the teleporting brother, because that's just so different from anything else you deal with in the game. It is a little frustrating because when he hits you with his Thum, it looks like you died, so you're like, fuck. But you didn't. It's okay. You can keep going. So that would be my favorite side quest of that type. Do you have the DLC? And if so, which child or children did I adopt? I have all of the DLC. I have Dragonborn, Dawnguard, and Hearthfire, although I just bought Dawnguard. And children-wise, I adopted Lucia, who lives in Whiterun, because she was the first child I ran into after downloading Hearthfire, and I thought she was really sweet, and I didn't realize that there would be orphans just like randomly popping up in the world. As a matter of fact, I felt kind of shitty about it after first downloading Hearthfire, because I was like, oh my god, I downloaded this thing and suddenly all these kids don't have parents anymore, and they just popped up. But she was sweet, so I adopted her, and then I went the classic route and adopted Fror, because if you're gonna tell me your name is fucking Fror and your parents named you after a lion noise, like, I adopted him before he was done his little monologue about that, because I was like, yes, Roar, you're mine. That sounds really fucking creepy when it comes to children adoption, but seriously, I adopted him, and he's great. Just about every single time I walk into the house, we live in Whiterun, by the way, that's another question, I'll talk about that in a second. He asks me if I have presents for him, and Lucia has a rabbit. I've stepped on it on multiple occasions. Oops. Alright, what is my favorite house? I currently live in Whiterun in the game because somehow I haven't been able to get my family to move. I've built children's bedrooms in most of the houses, but I can't get my family to move. It won't give me the option, and since I'm playing on a console, I can't mod my way into allowing it to let me do that, so that kind of sucks. But my very favorite house would probably be the one in Markarth, actually. That's the one I lived in my first game, in which I did not play Hearthfire. And I think that house is cool. I'm a big nerd for Dwarven architecture, so I'm gonna go with Markarth. Are you, or have you ever played as a werewolf or vampire? I've been a werewolf both times. Neither time did I take the cure. Can I put up more hilarious Skyrim posts? Yeah, I can do that. I've got some good photographs I took of my game today. I just started Dawnguard, as I said, and I've been having some problems with Serana standing in the middle of fire and not moving, so that's special. Which city in Skyrim is your favorite and why? I would have to go with Riften. I think it's because I'm so partial to the Thieves Guild at this point that I really love Riften, but also there's a lot of shops in that square that actually hold money so you can sell to people, and there's a lot of interesting characters. Riften has a lot of character to it as a whole. You've got the fisheries on the outside, all of the different kinds of people on the inside, that bitch made Blackbriar, Bitchbriar doing her shit. So that's cool. What is your favorite quest line in the game? Once again, I'm gonna have to go with the Thieves Guild, although honestly, all of those faction quests, the Dark Brotherhood one's great, the Mage's College is great. I've never played all the way through either one of the Civil War quests, so I can't really say anything about that. I'm not incredibly enchanted by the main quest line, though, so I'm gonna have to say the faction quests. What is my favorite race? I answered this in my last video, and it's orcs. Hella orcs. Absolutely orcs. Stormcloaks or Imperials? My first game, I played Hope the Imperial, and she joined the Imperials. And in my second game, I joined the Stormcloaks. And you know, I can see a lot of really good arguments for both. The Stormcloaks have this great idea that Skyrim should be for the Nords, who are the people who ethnically live there, but they're also racist fucks against the Dark Elves. So that's not great. And the Imperials have all of their Thalmor issues, so that's not great either. So there's really no good answer. I don't think anybody's really right in that conflict, but if it came down to it, I'd have to say the Stormcloaks, because sovereignty. Woo. And Talos. Obscure would be proud of me. Which way do I tend to go towards? Wizardry, warrior nests, or thievery, or a mixture of them? So in my first game with Hope the Imperial, I started out as full-blown wizard. I just leveled up my magic. She was casting Flame Atronachs left and right, fire. I just like fire. If I can do fire stuff, like, this is a great game for me. And then I got to a point when I hit about level 35 when I realized that I could not possibly have enough mana to do all of the spells that I wanted to do. So I started dual wielding with her. And then when I made Grook, the orc, I immediately decided to dual wield, but sneaky dual wield. My sneak is 100, and I almost never have to full on fight things anymore. I just sneak up to them and smash them in the head, and it's extremely satisfying, so that's great. If I have any DLCs, which is my favorite and why? I have actually not completed the quest line of either Dragonborn or Dawnguard. Dawnguard because I just downloaded it 3 days ago, so I've just started. And Dragonborn, every time I try to play it, glitches out towards the end. You know that point when you're supposed to ride the dragon to go fight... Shit, I can't remember his name. The original Dragonborn guy, the squid face, Cthulhu bitch face. It keeps not working. And it makes me try to fight him. And he's so ridiculously overpowered, that's just not possible, and I just kind of die over and over again. But Dragonborn is great, and the fact that it opens up an entirely new map. Solstein is beautiful. Raven Rock, the city that they drop you off in when you first get there, is gorgeous. It's really cool, and it's creepy. And also Reeklings are really creepy. So I'm gonna have to go with Dragonborn simply because I haven't finished much of Dawnguard at all. Like, I'm on quest number 3. And Hearthfire is fun, but it's not like a game you play. It's just like The Sims in Skyrim. So it's awesome, but it's certainly not at the level of the other 2 DLC. What is my favorite thing in the game? That would be the Mace of Molag Bal. Absolutely. It's my favorite weapon. It's the first thing I got with Grook the Orc. I am big into enchanting, and I am big into soul gem use. I like buffs. I like making my shit better. So getting that weapon that would immediately start capturing souls in soul gems so I could start leveling up my weapons faster was really important to me, and I still use it. She's at level 47 now, Grook, and I'm still using the Mace of Molag Bal. I mean, I've enhanced the shit out of it at this point, but still Mace of Molag Bal. What is my favorite horse? That would be Shadowmere, because who doesn't want a demon shadow horse? I don't know. Do you get to I didn't read this one beforehand. Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't. Actually, I do. As I said, I'm big into enchanting, and early in the game, kind of everything ends up centered around Whiterun, and then since I couldn't move my family, it kind of stayed that way, centered around Whiterun. So that's the main enchanting device that I use, the arcane enchanter that belongs to the mage with the Jersey accent. So I'm in the Cloud District a hell of a lot, making fancy shit to use or to sell. So that is all of my Skyrim questions. Thank you so much to everyone for sending me questions and for choosing to watch this video today. My next video I am going to be making in just a couple of days, and this time I am going to be answering your Mass Effect questions. So if you follow me on Tumblr, I'm That Nerdy Gamer Girl, spelled exactly like it sounds, on Tumblr, and my blog is thatnerdygamergirl.com. You do have to put a www at the beginning of that, so it's www.thatnerdygamergirl.com, or it doesn't work because Google Blogger is a piece of shit. But hey, I have an awesome blog and you should read it, and thank you, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!